Hey everyone, Gaijin here, and well, with the wind down of E3, I've listened to a lot of people say about what they thought of E3, and I, in the most part, have been relatively quiet about it. Until now. So, yeah, I figured it's my turn to kind of throw my metaphorical hat in the ring here. Here's the thing, guys. E3 bothers me, and it's not about E3 itself, or even, the people that spend all this mass amount of money to go and preview the newest and latest games. No, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that E3 is like Christmas. When you go to E3 with a small group of people, or you don't even have to be small. It's fun, it's exciting, it's new, you get to see all these different things. But when you get everyone together in just a big old internet heap, it just gets perverted and twisted, and everyone has to state their own opinion, and their own opinion is apparently right, and people will just whine and complain about things. It's like you didn't get a particular thing for Christmas, so you have to spend the next couple of weeks complaining about it. And I'm sorry, guys, but really? Have we really come this far? I'm trying really hard not to make this a rant, because I really don't want to, and I know it's going to become that. And I honestly haven't been this bothered by something since the very first episode of Game Exchange, where I talked about people who kept ratting on Japan and Galgun and over-sexualization and how hypocritical it was. Here is the utter point, guys. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Literally, that is it. Your money talks to these developers, to these companies, much louder than anything else does. And for what it's worth, I'm going to talk about Sony and I'm going to talk about Nintendo. I'm not really going to talk much about Microsoft because, to be honest, I didn't pay too much attention to it. They had Usher, there was Halo 4, that's all I really heard about it. Now, if you're into that, cool. I'm not going to complain about that. If you love Halo, that's cool. I kind of like Halo. I don't play it very much, but hey, it's cool. Okay, so let me get started. Let me get started with the Wii U. And as everyone freaking knows, I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. I admit that. But I'm grounded enough to know when stuff has potential. And that's why I want to defend Sony as well, because Sony had some things out there that I think really didn't go very much appreciated. Okay, the first complaint that I really heard about the Wii U is that there were no, air quotes, WoW games. Okay, first of all, that's a matter of opinion, and it will always be a matter of opinion, Pikmin 3, Zombie U, even the HD Mario, and freaking Rayman. If you looked at Rayman and said, oh, that's not very impressive, just, okay. Whatever. That's still your opinion. I was freaking blown away by Rayman. I was blown away by Pikmin. I was actually blown away by Zombie U, because Akitaro loves zombie survival games, whatever. So I was really excited about that. And HD Mario, yeah, it is another Mario game, but it looks really good. I kind of like it. Okay, so that's enough about that. The point is, it's your opinion. In fact, that's the other big point of this whole big rant. It's your opinion. The touchscreen. Where do I begin with this? I've heard so much complaining about this thing and how it's poorly implemented and that it's just absolutely stupid. And in freaking crack.com, someone put up an article about the 10 things that Nintendo is doing wrong with the Wii U. And one of those was that the person is just sitting there with their finger punching the screen. You know what? For some people, that's all they can do. And what if there was someone who had one arm? And I know that sounds stupid, but roll with me on this. What if someone had one arm? What if someone had horrible arthritis, like my poor mother? When I go to visit my mom and my dad, on the few chances that I get, they want to play games with me, because they know how much I like it, and they like it too. And when we try to play Mario Kart, guess what? My mom's arthritis prevented her from doing that. And I could tell she was upset by that. But you know what? If we had this touchscreen, which would let people do things with one hand, or gently with both of their hands, more people can play. That's called a wider audience. And I'm sorry, that's good. I don't care how you slice it, that is good. You're getting more people, more opportunity to play more. And I'm sorry, but if you don't like that, I don't care. Okay, let's move on to Nintendo Land. Okay, I get it, it's gimmicky, but so what? There are a lot of people that like that. You know, just because your category or your opinion doesn't fit, that makes it a good game, it doesn't mean it's a bad game. Again, it's your opinion. If you don't like it, don't buy it. That sends a message out to Nintendo. I kind of like it. I kind of like it a lot. I like Wii Sports. I will admit that. Because, again, people who are a little bit more handicapped can play it, and it's still just as fun. So, you're taking... and by the way, whether you like to admit it or not, Wii Sports was successful. Maybe not to your demographic, but it was successful overall. So, take that success and tie it in with all of the first-party names, like F-Zero and Donkey Kong and Mario and all these other things, and it's really cool. I think it's a good idea. But you know what? It's my opinion. I think it's cool. If you don't think it's cool, that's fine. Just stop complaining about it. Okay. Last thing for Nintendo. Mario Wii and the new Mario 3DS game. I'm gonna buy both of them. Because I like Mario. I like platform. Yeah, it's not as good as Rayman or maybe some of the other games, but I still like them. I'm actually really intrigued with this whole process of collecting mass coins, and especially since you can manipulate your environment to get more coins. Because there will be times where you need to reach something, but it's already too late because you turned your platform into coins. I think that's a good psychological thing, I suppose, to add to this game. It's going to be interesting. I'm just really surprised that Wario wasn't the star of it, but then again, a lot of people weren't. Okay, so that's enough about Nintendo. Let me talk about Sony real quick. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Sony. I mean, I've got a PS3. I've got a couple games I like for it. But I don't think they're a bad company. I don't think that the system is bad or anything like that. I am a well-rooted fanboy. I understand that other things aside from Nintendo are in fact good. So let me talk about two things really quick because this is getting really long. One, Wonder Book. The 14 to 25 demographic is not the target audience of this. You know, this is for either people in E3's particular circumstance, people who really like Harry Potter. They're gonna love this. Yeah, the floor room show wasn't really... It had technical problems, and you know what? I'll admit that. I'm not gonna defend that. If the thing has problems, it has problems. But the concept of it makes sense. Kids are gonna love the idea. Smaller kids. And you know what? That's gonna be an incredible and really interesting medium for them to explore. That's something I wish I had that when I was a kid, because that would be freaking amazing. So, if you don't like it, again, don't buy it. If not a lot of people buy it, it's not going to do very good, and then the company's going to learn their lesson and never do it again. Ugh, jeez. So yeah, Wonder Book. I think it's cool. I think it's a good idea. I'm not going to buy it, because I'm not interested in it like that, but I know there are a lot of people that will be. And if you can just pull your perspective away from what you like, you might be able to understand why it's good. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, because this has bothered me ever since the game has been just mentioned, is PlayStation All-Stars. I swear I'm going to choke the next person that calls this a Smash clone. You don't know that. Unless you were at E3 and played it, you can't make that call. Period. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like Smash. It plays like Smash. The concept is a lot like Smash. But you know what? This ain't the first freaking time that something in media has been copied, even if you want to call it that. For the 1,800 people, the 1,800 of you that read my blog about Wreck-It Ralph, you can understand that just because something isn't completely original doesn't mean it's bad. I think it's a cool idea. I really like it. I may go buy it. And I'm not even really interested all that much in Sony's characters. But it still looks cool, and it still looks fun. So, unless you've played it, you can't call it a clone. And even if it is a clone, who cares? If you saw my digital forecast hosting, I said it looks fun. It's got all of these really well-known characters from Sony, and they're beating the crap out of each other. The super moves look really cool. The environments look really cool. So I don't see what the problem here is. If Sony copied Nintendo, whoop-de freaking do. How many times has that happened in the past? In the 30 some odd years of gaming, how many times has something been copied? But does it really matter? As long as the gameplay's good and as long as it's fun, does it really matter? So just knock it off. Just let it go. Relax. And again, if you don't like it, don't buy it. The company will learn their lesson. Ugh. Okay, we've hit way beyond the 10-minute mark. And I don't even know if I'm going to post this because this got way too super ranty, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work on the next episode, and it's going to be a doozy for Game Exchange. But in any case, this is Gaijin signing out.